Howdy, this is Credit Granny back again with an arena cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I cover round 1 results for the Doctor Octopus and Ghost arenas, then jump into my thoughts for round 2 predictions. So first the results. Doctor Octopus had some really low numbers for when it comes to 4-star and 5-star feature arenas. You can see starting on the left with the 5-star feature arena, that cutoff was at 17 million, and that's extremely low. That's like all-time lows for a 5-star feature champ. I mean, I think that's like at Ant-Man levels. So not really sure what happened this time around, you know, comparing to where we've been going. If you saw my round one prediction video, you know that things have been going around in the 30 million area. Well, for whatever reason, it was half this time, and it came down to 17 million for the 5-star feature. 4.9 million is awfully low here of late for even an old feature champ in the game. Those numbers have been inching closer and closer to 6 million. For whatever reason, it dropped a whole million, which is a ton for this 4-star feature champ. But then when it came to the 4-star basic Ghost arena, she too kind of came in, I wouldn't say low, kind of right around where we kind of expected, a little bit lower than the cutoff I predicted, but still kind of in that high interest 4-star basic champ range. So, you know, based off of the results and the way I kind of explained them, you can expect to kind of, you know, comparing them to my predictions was way off when it came to the 4-star, 5-star feature Doctor Octopus. I mean, all-time lows, those are way off numbers. The good news is, if you follow my predictions, you got these changed. You probably just had to put a little extra grinding time in for sure. And when it came to the 4-star feature, the 4-star basic Ghost arena was a little bit higher than the cutoff, but kind of with right around that 10% range. Try to get a little closer with them 5%, but for whatever reason, even Ghost went a little bit lower this time around. So considering the round 1 results, let's take a look at some what we typically see for these type of arenas. Basically looking at the trends here, starting first with the 5-star feature. So I actually pulled back some old numbers just to kind of do a comparison when the first round is so low. And in the case of, and no surprise with some of the champs you see here, Thor, Hulkbuster, and Ant-Man, a little surprised to see Nebula was so low. But again, Nebula's 4-star and 5-star basic arenas, or not basic, but feature arenas were so long ago. It wasn't, you know, that's why we had these kind of lower numbers. But anyway, you can see when these lower numbers occur, there's typically a jump in the second round. 2, 3 million, 4 million, kind of in that range. Some on the low end was a million. I think it's the whole range here that you're seeing is from a million increase all the way to 5 million increase. So somewhere right around the middle there is what we probably can expect for Doctor Octopus. Coming into the 4-star feature arena, same thing here. You typically see an increase anywhere 300, 400, 500,000, something in that range. Then when it comes to the 4-star basic arena with Ghost, you can see that like with previous high interest champs, Killmonger was pretty much the same between round 1 and round 2. Proxima, the same thing. In the case of Corvus and Captain America, both of those champs saw a slight decline between round 1 and round 2. So it's kind of either staying on par or a slight decrease. And then when it comes to a 3-star feature old champ, typically round 1 and round 2 are very similar. Obviously this graph, because there's such a small range, you see a steep incline, but in reality, when you're going from 654,000 to 677, you're only talking 20,000 increase between round 1 and round 2, so relatively the same. Just to kind of keep in mind, there's a marginal bump between round 1 and round 2 for the 3-star feature champs, for old champs that is. So considering these trends, here are my thoughts for round 2 predictions for the veterans bracket, meaning your account's been open for over 61 days. I think we're looking at 21 million. I think we're seeing a bump from that 17 million to 21 million in the second round for the 5-star feature Doctor Octopus. I think we're looking at 5.3 million for the 4-star feature Doctor Octopus. I think we're looking right around the same area for the same cutoff for Ghost in the second round, and I think we're looking at 670,000 for the 3-star feature Doctor Octopus. Now these are my thoughts for the predictions, give or take 5 to 10%, and since these were so low, I think, you know, typically the reaction is definitely an increase in the second round. But just to make sure, you know, I don't undersell that increase, here's some, I do recommend going against the grind targets, even though it could end up being an extra grind, but just in case to protect yourself if you're grinding against these champs for that overreaction that always happens when there's such low numbers. So go to 23, maybe even 25 million if you really want that 5-star feature Doctor Octopus. 5.6 million should be fine for the 4-star feature, maybe even 5.5. There's usually not as big as the overreaction or correction, I should say, in the 4-star feature arenas anymore, just because 4 stars are, given where 4 stars are in the game compared to 5 stars. And then I think we're looking at a 3.7, maybe 3.8 million for a grind target for the 4-star Ghost to make sure you get her if you're trying to get that dupe in the second round. I think 700,000 should be fine for the 3-star feature Doctor Octopus in round 2. And again, these grind targets, as well as those predictions that I previously shown, are for the veterans bracket. When it comes to the lower brackets, beginner and intermediate, there's just not a ton of data out there to do any trend analysis against. So these are just rough ballpark numbers based off of the latest information I've gotten from the community. So for the beginners bracket, you got a brand new account within 30 days, 3-star feature, looking around 245. You're looking at 1.1 million for the 4-star basic Ghost, and then you're looking around 1 million for the 4-star feature Doctor Octopus. For the intermediate bracket, meaning your account's open for 31 to 60 days, I think for the 3-star feature Doctor Octopus, you're looking around 525, 500,000. 4-star basic Ghost around 1.4 million, and for that 4-star feature Doctor Octopus, 900 to 1 million. And keep in mind, again, for these intermediate and beginner bracket numbers, these are just really rough ballpark numbers, as there's a lot of changeover going on in these brackets all the time as people move it from beginner, intermediate to veterans, and there's just not a lot of recent historical results out there for me to base anything these numbers off of. So keep in mind, very rough estimates. But anyway, these are my thoughts for round 2 for the Doctor Octopus and Ghost arenas. We'd love to hear your thoughts, especially if you're feeling differently about them, throw it on, or if you have any questions, throw it on down in the comment section, and we can definitely discuss them there. And if you like this video, we'd really appreciate it if you click that thumbs up button. And if you like this and other videos on my channel and you haven't subscribed, we'd really appreciate it if you did. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.